Welcome back. It's a hot topic, psychedelic-assisted therapy. These drugs have been used to help support emotional wellness and help their patients deal with PTSD, depression, and so much more.
That's right. Today we are here with psychedelic somatic therapist and author Micah Stover, Nashville native. Welcome home.
Thank you. It's so good to be here.
Yes. Let's talk a little bit about your journey into this work, because it really began with your own personal trauma. So if you will tell us a little bit about that and exactly what you do.
Yeah, well, it did begin with my own sort of personal path after a really traumatic birth experience in which my kiddo and I almost died, but we made it. And that was really the reopening of a lot of unresolved trauma from my past. And once I started getting into that, I realized, ooh, this story goes way back. We might refer to it as intergenerational. And at that time, a lot of the clinical trial research around psychedelic-assisted therapy was emerging. This was around 2016. And it just kept coming up, these staggering results of success for people who've been almost in like a wasteland of SSRIs and pharmaceuticals, but not really feeling better or recovering, and hopelessness around that. Yet these clinical trials with psychedelic medicines, which I should also say that there's a backstory of research starting way back in the 70s around all of this, was emerging and showing 80 to 90-something% success rates of people really transforming their lives. So that's what pulled me in personally, and very quickly, I was already working in a professional development support capacity with people, and it just was very clear to me that this was the next step. Yeah.
What is the most important thing that you want people to know about this type of therapy?
Yeah, I love this question because I think as I've watched it really blow up over the last 9 years, is that it's become almost, I would say, mythicized. Like people are seeing it as a cure. They are spending exorbitant amounts of money to go to faraway lands or to fancy clinics with this idea that they take these medicines, they're going to meet God or their ancestors or whatever's the case, and they're going to be all better. And that is just unethically not true. These medicines can facilitate really profound, life-changing healing, but it is certainly a journey, not like a one-and-done cure. And so what really motivated me through that to write the book is wanting to reduce the risk for harm for people going in with really painfully unrealistic expectations of feeling all better overnight.
So how would you describe this book? Is it for somebody who's interested in going down this journey? Is it a first step? I think you said it's almost like a workbook.
Yeah, it is. I really think of it as like a companion guide. So again, because many of the legal facilities that are now doing this, the prices are so exorbitant that a lot of people who might really need this kind of healing will never be able to have access to it. Now, I can't say in all good faith that a book could ever replace a skilled therapist or facilitator, but I have encountered so many people who've gone this journey alone and it has not gone well. And so the book really is designed to walk people through what we would refer to as psychedelic therapists, the clinical arc of a psychedelic therapeutic process, from preparation to medicine work to integration. And so there's exercises, there's real life stories of survivors, there's also theory and practice to help people kind of understand the science of what's happening. So I think the book is well suited for people who are seeking to heal and have, they want to walk into it educated and well informed. It's also reached a lot of practitioners who are working as conventional therapists and feeling really frustrated, burnt out with the fact that they're doing their best work, but their patients aren't getting better because so many of our pharmaceuticals have helped address certain issues, but not really gotten to the root cause of people's trauma.
Okay, we've got about a minute left.
Yeah.
Is this safe? Is it legal? And what happens for people out there who are just like, are you just tripping on these, drugs, or what happens?
Well, any number of things, and I don't think I can do it justice in a minute, but I'll do my best. I mean, it can be wildly different from one person to the next, and a lot of that is informed by what their trauma is. Is it safe? Absolutely, it is safe. And what we talk about in psychedelic therapy is the safety is determined by the set and the setting. So what is your mindset going into the experience, and what is the setting in which you're held? So do you have a really skilled, trained practitioner who is informed and can actually support a person when this heavy stuff starts to come up? That really informs the efficacy and the safety of the work. And as far as legalities, it's wildly changing, and I don't consider that necessarily my area of expertise. I mean, Nashville's my hometown, so it's very sweet to share this information here because so many people ask. I get messages from people in Nashville all the time, maybe because it is my hometown. But there's so much potential for harm when people don't have education. So it's really good to raise that bar of education. I live in Mexico and also work in Colorado. Both of those are legally serving places. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
yeah, thank you for having
Great
me.
having you.
you.
She's also going to be speaking Wednesday at From Nashville with Love South if you want to get more information. If you have questions about this therapy or want to take a look at ways to transform and heal trauma, you can buy Micah's book, Healing Psychedelics, online. You can also contact her at micahstoverconsulting.com.